Hello, my fellow gardening gals and guys. Welcome back to my channel, Serenity Now Garden. My name's Jeannie and I garden in a zone 4B. And today I'm going to be taking you outside to plant up my front porch container. It's my summer container, consists mostly of tropical plants. We got some Coleus, we got some begonia, we got some creeping jenny, and there's even an elephant ear in the back there. So what I'll do first is I'll kind of bring you in closer and I'll go through each plant so you can see it really well, and then we'll go outside. Okay, you guys, let's start with this one. This is a Coleus. This one is called Sun Chocolate Covered Cherry. It's sun to shade, and it gets 8 inches wide and 12 to 14 inches tall. It is best in fertile soil, well-drained soil. Keep it moist, watering freely in dry weather, and fertilize regularly. I usually fertilize my containers once a week or so, depending on how they look. All right, the next plant here is another Coleus. This one's a watermelon Coleus, sun to part shade. The spacing is 12 to 16 inches and the height is 12 to 24. So this one will get a little bit bigger than the other Coleus. All right, so these are some begonias that I'm going to be planting in the front of the pot. So these are called Senator IQ Pink. Let's see if you could see that there. I love the leaf color. It's sun to shade, bloom time is summer, and they get 8 inches tall and 8 inches wide. It says best in fertile, well-drained soil, water as needed, keep soil evenly moist, especially in hot weather. It also says remove faded flowers for best display. All right, so as a trailer in my pot, now my pot is mostly in the shade, so that is why I picked Coleus and creeping jenny and begonias, and also the elephant ear. But I always use these creeping jennies as a trailer. They just look so good. It's sun to part shade. This variety is called Goldie. Gets 12 inches wide and 4 to 6 inches long. So, I mean, usually they get longer than that, but we'll see. Okay, and this isn't going in the big container. It's going in a separate, smaller container next to the large container. It's not really flowering just yet. You can see that one flower there, but these are impatiens. This is the Walleriana. And the sun requirement is part shade to shade. Bloom time is spring to autumn. Height is 12 inches and spacing is 12 inches. So we'll see how those do. I think they'll look good next to the big pot. All right, and last but not least, I'll be also putting in this elephant ear in the very back of the pot. I just wanted something with a lot of height. This one is just gorgeous. I did buy it fully grown. I did have to harden it off, and I might even bring it back inside in the late summer, early fall. We'll see how it does. But I'm really excited about that. I mean, I could have just planted a bulb, but I just wanted instant gratification, basically. So it's all ready to go. So let's go outside and plant these up.
Okay, guys, so as we probably all know, there's always 3 parts to these containers: a thriller, a filler, and a spiller. And my thriller this year is going to be that big elephant ear there. So I'm just going to set that in there. I got this at Home Depot, like I said, for maybe like $20. Since it's not rooted in yet, I am going to stake it in as well. So I'm just going to kind of lightly take a plant tie to the end of this, only because the wind is really bad lately. There's, some spring thunderstorms as well, but I'll probably end up taking that off as soon as it roots in a little. And honestly, since I did the intro, I had to wait like 3 weeks before I could plant this because the weather was just horrible. It just would not warm up. It was the longest spring ever. So these plants probably look a little bit bigger than the first time you saw them. So I had to actually repot these Coleuses. So these Coleuses are the bigger of the 2 varieties. So I'm going to put those like more on the sides and further back. These will fill in. These will get quite large. And I fertilize this container once a week just with like a generic liquid fertilizer. I just mix in with like a gallon or two of water. So they'll get fed, and this area gets partial sun, I would say mostly shade. So I'm gonna put that other Coleus just on the other side. And I'll just kind of cut this up a bit. This took a lot longer, this whole process, so I'll spare you all the details. But yeah, I'm still getting used to filming myself. Here's the other Coleus. The other variety is a little bit shorter, and I'm not really thinking about where the camera is and kind of blocking your view there. Sorry. I'm a good gardener, but I'm still learning a lot when it comes to videography. There's a lot to learn with videography, just how to shoot something and then also the editing. So hopefully I'll get better with time. But those are going to go in front more. These are Creeping Jenny. So the Coleus is my filler and my Creeping Jenny is my spiller. And these were really dry. They were root bound. They were, as my mom used to say, drier than an old man's fart. I don't know how they got so dry. I was watering them regularly, but I think because they were so root bound, it was just, yeah, they're going to be really happy out of those little pots and into this larger container. And so I actually have a total of 4 Creeping Jenny. So let me just get out of the way here in a second. So I felt like it needed a little something more. I'm going to put some of those begonias just here or there. Now, they're not flowering now, but they're red foliage, like a dark red. And, the flowers get like a dark pink, a medium pink. So I'm just going to put those here or there and see how they do. They're a little stunted right now, I think, because it was so cold out in the spring. I was kind of putting them in my garage at night, bringing them out, in the day, but they need a little love. They need some heat and they need some fertilizer. So let's see how these do. I mean, the Coleus might end up swallowing them, but we'll see. So this is the finished product. I hope you guys like that. These Coleus, like I said, will get about 24 to 36 inches tall. And we have, the delphinium in front of it there. And let me give you guys a closer look. We have some bordeaux petunias right there. We have a couple containers of impatiens. But doesn't that Creeping Jenny just look amazing? I love it in that pot. It just looks so good from afar too. And when these coleus fill in, it's just gonna look great, I think. I hope. First time I ever did the elephant ear, so I'm really excited about that too. Hope you guys enjoy. Happy gardening. Take care.